certain features are there. Here we are going to discuss. Okay, students. Now these are the constitution that we have discussed, that the word justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. Okay, so we have learned as a sovereign, democratic, republic. We have learned about all these words. Okay, so now the federalism. Listen, students, in this from this picture you will come to know, from this picture you will come to know the state government and the union government. What? State government and the union government, if they will work together, then only the development of our country is possible. So that is a federalism. Just in your mind, just keep it in mind that what is a federalism, a state government and the union government. If they work combinedly, that is a federalism. So that student federalism is one of the most important feature of the constitution. Why? Because our country is a very large country with a huge population. So it is so that government is run by the federal system. The government is run by a federal system, then ruling on a large territory. So it is not possible only from Delhi. It is not possible to govern the whole country. So that if suppose this one, that in a seventh standard that we have learned that one leader, he is not capable is not able to take the his attention on the north part of the India, so that the Bahmani kingdom get established, that we have learned. So by seeing all these things, so it is necessary to look out all the matters. We have divided our government. So because of that, what happened, the peoples who are in any part of our country can take participate in the affairs of the government. Take the example, if suppose a person who is living in Assam, Meghalaya, okay, or the any part of our country, suppose he wanted to take the participate, so will he go from Kanyakumari to the Delhi? So it is not, sometimes it is not possible. So that it is decided that all the people should get participate on the activities of the government, so that the government function at two levels in federalism, that is a state government and the union government. And the government at the center, they carried out work just like the defense of entire country. See, that just right now we are hearing the lots of news that the China is attacking on us. We are learning that China is attacking on us. So that decision is taken by the Jammu and Kashmir. The decision is taken by the Ladakh. No, because the decision of that government is not a decision is not taken by that particular peoples. Okay, the decision is taken by the union government. The decision is taken by the union government. Why? Because it's related to the defense. Even the foreign policy. If suppose we wanted to do a business deal with Japan or with America, Maharashtra state government representative will not go, or any representative will not go. Only the union government representative will go, because you have heard about that in the last month, that our defense minister they went to Russia to take the help from them. So that gone, that the defense minister gone. Why? Because he was the representative of the union government. So like this, establishing peace. So that's why it is called the union government or the federal government. And this union government, it carries the administration of entire country. Okay, then the government, which administration of the region, it's suppose our in Maharashtra. Okay, Shri Uddhav Thackeray ji, he is the chief minister of our state. So definitely he is going to work only and only for the Maharashtra government only. He's not going to work for the Gujarat government. He's not going to work for the Rajasthan government. Okay, so that it looks, means they are going to look a particular state, just like a government of Maharashtra look after the administration of the state of Maharashtra. Okay, so in your textbook, that this paragraph is there, that the system of running the administration of a country cooperatively by the government at two levels, making laws about subject, is called the federalism. Is called the federalism. Understood here what is meant by the federalism? For the running of system, the system of running administration of a country cooperatively by government at two levels. So that is a federalism. So students, this federalism is also there in 8th standard. Yesterday I taught in that class, and all the students are giving answers what is meant by federalism. So student, please keep it in mind. These are the very important word. What is meant by the federalism? Now the separation, of the powers. Okay, now we all are learning that what is mean by the state government and what is mean by the union government. They are working together, but there are certain work which is done by only and only union government. Some work is done by only and only by the state government, and the some work combinedly they are doing both. So that there are 97, there are list of 97 list of work is 97 list of work is done by the union government, and the state government, they are doing work, as the state government. Okay students, now they under some work, and this some work which is done by both the government, some work which is done by both the government. Okay, okay student. So now what is mean by residuary power? Residuary power is a power, residuary power is a power that if a subject which comes up, that if a subject come up that is not included in any list, the union government is entitled to make, union government is entitled to make laws. For example, now the state government. Okay. For example, that just few years back, there is a Taj attack. Okay. So has the union government said that it is a responsibility of the Maharashtra state government? No. Okay. So no. So on in that case, some work that which is not included in the list. Take the example of that corona epidemic situation. Okay. In that corona epidemic situation, what happened? The central government will not take that this is not in our list. State government will also says that it is not on our list. If it is not mentioned in the list, all the laws, all the work is done by the central government only. These are called the residuary powers. What is mean by residuary powers? If any subject means work, subject means work. If any work comes up that is not included in union list, state list, and both the list, so that the union government is entitled to make the laws on it. So that is known as the residuary power. So students, here what is the who deals with the subject? Okay. But here before to deal with it, there is an importance of why it is important to division of work, because our Indian constitution is unique, that we have not copied our constitution from anyone. So that our Indian constitution is unique, and this federalism or the division of powers is helpful for the country's progress. So in 5th standard, you have learned that there was one lesson that if there is a village, if there is a cooperation in the village, so that they have seen a development in that particular village. If there were no cooperation, if there were no cooperation, so we cannot make the development of that particular village. Take the example of your class only. Especially I'm going to talk about the seventh BAC, because I means the whole seventh ABC, because I have taught. I just wanted to tell you the class, that class very well knows that I'm talking about to. See, that class is seated very quietly, okay, so that it is possible for me to conduct a various activity in that class. So what it leads, that class is considered as a best class in the school, okay. So that why it happens, just that class, I guess, come to know I'm talking about whose class. So that why it happens, only because of the cooperation. If suppose any class is not sitting quietly, they are not listening quiet, they're not doing their work properly, only mess in the class, so will it happen? No, because if your class want to be a best, you need a cooperation. You need a cooperation, then only your class can be a best class. So that's why country's progress, it is possible if we give the cooperation to each other. And even our this one, separation of power is encourages the citizen to participate in the government activity. Okay, student. So here these are the work that is deal with the union government and the state government. Just like defense, that now I have discussed about the China, foreign relation, war, peace, even the currency. Now suppose we have our currency print, currency, how much currency note should be printed, and how much, all such kind of decisions were taken by the union government. And the state government, agriculture, to think about the agriculture, you knows very well, just 3 months back or 4 months back, our great chief minister Uddhav Thackeray ji, he has make all the farmers debt free. Why? Because of various certain circumstances, because of corona epidemic, the great loss in the agriculture. So such kind of decision is taken by the state government. Law and order, local government. So that you knows very well that after there are certain schools or certain things that we are not supposed to start after 7:30, our Badlapur gate stop. So such kind of decision is taken by the state government. Even health, prison, administration, etc. All such kind of decision is taken by the state government. Just currently, our chief minister is started that Majhe Kutumba, Majhi Jababdari. Such scheme he has started. So as per that, means such kind of decision is related to the health. This kind of decision is related to the health. So that the state government is responsible, to deal with this subject. Both means what? Whether it is employment, unemployment, if they wanted to remove the unemployment from the state or create the employment opportunity, the decision is taken by the state government also, and the central government also. Even economic, just the just 2 days back or even yesterday also, you have seen in news that the government has already create an employment opportunity for the police. So they are going to appoint, I guess, 10,000 police. It means that the government is, whether it is a state, whether it is a central, they are responsible for the employment opportunity, and even economic, social planning, personal planning, laws, and education. Such kind of decision were also taken by the government. Now, just current decision that the central government has stated that from 24th October or from 20th October, that state government can start the school. The decision is taken by the central government, but our state education minister, the Varsha Gaikwad, what she announced, that we are going to start the school after Diwali vacation. It means the decision is taken by both, whether it is a central government or whether it is a state government. Okay, student. So here I just wanted to tell you the one more thing. See, it is a Indian Railways. There are certain things which is in the hands only and only in the union government, and certain work which is only it is under the state government. Indian Railways, this the work related to the railways, definitely the work or the decision related to the railway, it is taken by the Indian government. Has they mentioned Maharashtra Railway? Has they mentioned Kerala Railways? Has they mentioned Jammu and Kashmir Railway? No. So the decision is taken by the Indian Railways. As we have discussed, the currency, to print the currencies, and here see, if you will see it, here they have written Kendriya Sarkar Dwara Pratyabhut, or guaranteed by the central government. It means that from this you can see in each and every currency, whether it is the 200 rupees note, 100 rupees note, even 50 rupees note. It means that this currency is acceptable by the central government, so that you can run this currency all over the country. As they mention here, guaranteed by the any state government? No. So it means that this work, it is under the control of the union government. Even the defense, whether it is a Bharatiya Tatarakshak means Indian Navy, here Indian Army, okay, and here some is Indian Vayu Sena. Vayu Sena means it is the Air Force. All this activity, the work of this activity is also, it is in the hands of the union government. And even the Bharatiya Dak, it is in India's Post, means the work related to this or everything, it is in the hands of the India. And the Maharashtra Police, Sadrakshanaya Khalanigrahanaya. It means that the police in Maharashtra, so they have badge Maharashtra Police. It means they are going to work for the state of Maharashtra. MSCIT, such kind of the exam that we are going to conduct only in Maharashtra, and this MSCIT is the exam for the IT. And even is ST. Might be some students have seen that the red color bus, so that is the ST. It means Maharashtra Rajya Parivahan. So it means that this the responsibility of this transport ST, it is in the hands of the Maharashtra. And there are MPSC exam. MPSC exam. If suppose any person who pass that exam, that particular person is get the job only in Maharashtra. If you pass the UPSC, it means the Union Public Service Commission. If you pass that exam, so that you are get the job all over the India. So these are the things, okay? So that the union territories. So students, just now we have discussed at the beginning of the lesson that there are 29 states in India and 8 union territories. And in union territories, it is not like that, just like a 28 states, the government is controlled by the state government. So that in union territories also everything is administered by the union territories. No, not at all. In union territory, administration is done by central government. It is a central government. And students, here the Jammu and Kashmir, okay, that we have discussed, that the firstly Jammu and Kashmir was the state, now it is a union territories. Jammu and Kashmir, New Delhi, Daman and Diu, Pondicherry, Chandigarh, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Andaman and Nicobar Island, and Lakshadweep. These are the union territories. If you have a textbook, even your textbook, if they have mentioned 29 states, it means that book doesn't wrong, because when the book was printed at that time 29 states were there, but but now I am correcting you, there are 28 states. Okay, students, and here one more this is the picture of the Indian Parliament. This Indian Parliament, they makes the height. Sorry, this Indian Constitution has provided the parliamentary system. Okay, in this that Parliament having the legislature who makes the law, and in this Parliament it consists president and the two houses, just like a Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is a house of the people, and the Rajya Sabha it is a council of the state. And the council of ministers that we have learned, whether it's president, prime minister, and the council of minister, they run the administration of the Lok Sabha, and they are answerable who council of minister, whether it is a Modi ji, or whether it is any council of minister or our home minister, they are answerable to the Lok Sabha, and they are answerable to the Lok Sabha. So parliamentary democracy, the discussion and the debates that take place in the parliament have a great significance. I guess you have seen the news, yesterday's news, that there is a great discussion in the Rajya Sabha or the Council of States, or even the work is also going on in the Maharashtra Vidhan Sabha, so that you will get the knowledge about it, that there they have a discussion and having a debate to solve their issues. Okay, now here we are so happy that we have an independent judiciary. Independent judiciary means we are not supposed to depend on others. If anything is happen in our country, we are able to solve our disputes, because we have our law books, we have our constitution. So as per that, we can solve all the issues related to that. And all the constitution, they had make a several provision to ensure that judiciary remains more and more independent. So students, you knows very well that whether it is uh, with many more peoples on the government is appointed by the central government. Sorry, by the central government or by the state government. That IPS police officer, these are appointed by the central government. But student, the judges, the judges of the High Court and the Supreme Court is it is not appointed by the government. They are appointed by the president of our India. So student, it is very important line that the judges of Supreme Court and the High Court is appointed by whom? They are appointed by the president. So that to remove the judges from their place, it is not a easy task, and it is not in the hands of the state government and in the central government. Everything it is in the that everything will be discussed in a Lok Sabha, then Rajya Sabha, then the decision is taken by the president of our India. Now in our India, we having only single citizenship. So that's why if everywhere if you written citizenship, I am going to write Indian, you all are also going to write the Indian. So that it means that our India is granted only and only one citizenship, that is a Indian citizenship. See students, here the process of the amending the constitution. So there are students various laws were there that it is necessary to change, but to change the constitution, it is not a easy task, and even it is not a difficult also. See, in the last year you are very aware about it, that the our home minister Amit Shah has removed article 350 from the Jammu and Kashmir, because when there were constitution is written at that time, as per that article there were two government, Indian government and Pakistan government. So that why, because why it was written at that time, because circumstances were there, conditions were there during that time. Circumstances and conditions were there during that time. But now everything is solved. So that's why it is necessary to change that the law in the constitution. So how it is changes? Same here. That proposal are kept in the constitution. It is kept in the parliament. Then the 2/3 people means 75% people they are ready. Then later on again it is rectified that the 3/4 people again 75% major people's permission is needed. Then later on that laws can be changed. See, we cannot stand up and we cannot change the laws because it is necessary to have a discussion, to have a debate, it is necessary to create. That is suppose any minister he put the proposal that we are supposed to change the laws, so he should have a satisfactory answer and he should able to give the answers to all the members. And might be you have seen the Vidhan Sabha's yesterday 2 days before the Vidhan Sabha's meeting. So in that everyone is asking question to the chief minister and the council of minister, and they are answerable to the Vidhan Sabha. Same thing it happen in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. So student, please see the news. It is related to your lesson. And here election commission, that we all are knowing that various elections are conducted after certain period of time, whether it is a state government or whether it is a central government. Everywhere we have to conduct a election. Even we have a election of the municipality or the KBMT, Kulgaon Badlapur Municipal Council. Then too we have to give the election. But who's having the power? That is the election commission of our India. They conduct the election after certain period of time, and they are able, even they are responsible to enroll the student, enroll the names of the people who cross their 18 years. And even might be you have seen when there is a time of the election, so various people's policies are there that they are thinking that no other thing should be happen, or the fearless election should be conducted. All these things were looked after by the Election Commission of India. So students, today which things we have learned about the features of the Indian Constitution? First one is the federalism and how there is a separation of powers. Then the importance of division of power we have learned. What kind of things or the work is done by the union government, state government, and both the government, that we have learned. Who are governing, who are doing work at the union territories? What are the names of our union territories, that we have learned. How then later on, how our parliamentary system of government, that we have learned. Then we have learned about the independent judiciary. Then we have learned how the judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court get appointed. Then the another feature is the single citizenship, process of amending the constitution. Process amending means changing. And the election commission, that he is responsible to take the election in a fearless manner and without any pressure. And they might be there because while we are conducting a election, there might be no guarantee of the free and fair and the atmosphere for the election. So they were the responsible, and they are the independent machinery. Yeah? This is the independent machinery. It means that there were no strong pressure of anyone on this election commission. There were no pressure of the chief minister, there were no pressure of the prime minister or other council of minister. They are independent and they are working independently. No one can keep the pressure on them. Okay, students. So here now we have learned. Okay, student. So our this one